Yeah, we're back. We are back, baby. Come on. Yeah, man. Mandalorian. Season 3. Episode 4. Chapter 20. I think this one was called The Youngling. And let's get straight into this one. You already know that I'm going to say positive things because I had another great time. Let me get the negatives out of the way first. Now that that's done, let's move on to the positive. Now, the only negative I'll say about Mandalorian is I'd never know what the size of the episode is going to be, the timing, if it's going to be 38 minutes, 28 minutes, 30 minutes, 58, 47. I don't know. That's not really a negative. I just would like to know. You know what I mean? I hate when it just finishes when I think there's going to be more time. But that's me picking up everything, but there's nothing else there. Yeah, very aptly named The Youngling because this episode followed two younglings in specific. I don't know the name of the other youngling. I think it was the son of Paz Vizsla, which was another Mandalorian walking around, little hench one and that. And then Grogu. Now, this episode starts off with loads of younglings and adult Mandos being trained on, you know, where there was last time in the Covenant. So, started off there, and then we get that Grogu has to go through training. And obviously, everyone's bigger than him, so we get a lovely moment when Grogu goes to train and Mando really believes in him, and everyone else is like, he's too small, he can't speak the way of the Mando, so really he's too young to be able to fight. And he gets into a dart game where once you get first to 3 shots on the darts, they win. And he gets 2 shots hit, and he looks very nervous, and then Mando trusted him and says like, no, I've seen what you can do before, show them. And then does 2 backflips, you know, little Yoda backflips and that front flip, back over, pow pow pow, 3 shots. Grogu wins, of course. And the kid he beats is the kid I was talking about. Then that kid is taken by a raptor out the skies, little drag. They call it a raptor, but it looks more like a pterodactyl. But I don't know if that's just in Star Wars land or they just don't know what it's called. Because most of them called it a raptor. One person called it a beast. Looks like a pterodactyl. Looks like Articuno, to be fair. If you watch Pokemon, you already know the vibes. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and then it sets off the tone for the episode, which is Bo-Katan leading the other Mandos to try and find this child, and they trace the child back to the lair and nest of this said raptor, and then to try to get the kid back. But it's very apt that she's the one who leads them through, because they were kind of like all a bit nervous about what to do next, and she, with her skills as being the leader of the Night Owls, leads them forward to do such. And in the end, they end up getting to the nest of the raptor, where obviously you knew that was going to happen, that the raptor had children there as well. They managed to save the kid. He was in the raptor's stomach. Took the raptor out, but then obviously the raptor's kids were left over, and they actually bring the raptor's kids. There's 3 of them. They bring them back to the Covenant as well, which they're going to have to take care of them, and then obviously the kid's safe. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Within that time of them going on the rescue, Grogu stays behind with the armor and is taken into the place where the armor is forged, and she says to him that the forge will show the Mandalorian's weaknesses, and it shows that's where the flashback from the trailer comes from. We get a flashback of what Grogu went through before with the Jedi Temple being attacked by the clones and troops, and you see all from his, and it's a cute moment because he's getting really sad thinking about it. You can see his face changing and stuff. I really like how they've done the expressions on his face. You get to see that this man Kelleran was taking care of him and took him, and you see that there's so many Jedi being slaughtered and there was no Jedi left there for him, so he ends up obviously getting away with that man. But yeah, I think it's a really cool thing you get to see there, and you kind of I think you might get to see the start of his powers. You can't tell, but there's a part where the elevator closes, but it looks like he's used the Force, but I can't tell if the elevator was just closing as normal. So I really thought that was cool, because I really want to get more of Grogu's backstory, but at the same time understand that he's a youngling, so I get how that works. But yeah, he was forged armor, new armor. I thought it was so cool. And he gets he's got a new chest plate now, and now he's like properly a youngling of the Mandalorian. Is, you know, one of the Creed and that. So this is the way. And then yeah, Bo-Katan, she gets the highest I don't know what it's called, probably the highest achievement, the highest award of a Mandalore, saving a youngling. So she gets new armor as well, forged. And then they go through this thing where she's like, do you want the crest of the Night Owl still on there? She's like, can I have one crest of the Night Owl and one crest of the Mythosaur? which is pretty cool because I think her dad had the crest of the Mythosaur as well. It's what the Mandalore stay by. But then she reveals that what was in the waters of Mandalore, what we saw 2 episodes ago, is what she thought of as a Mythosaur, but they're not supposed to exist, or they're pretty much in legend. And she's basically saying to the armor of Sword, she's like, yeah, well, when you join the Mandal, you know what I mean? When you join the Way, the Creed, and that, you see a lot of things, but she's like, no, I saw the actual physical being of the Mythosaur. She's like, yeah, man, this is the way. So she's not trying to have it, bro. So I'm really interested to see what happens going forward with the Mythosaur, what it means for them. I don't know all the details of that. I've got a few of the comics of Mandalorian, but I don't remember that part being in there. So I'm really excited to see where they go forward with that. Though no doubt that because this episode was half an hour long, the next one will be 57 minutes. I ain't got a clue. But I really had fun with it. I enjoyed it. It was a short episode, but it had so much in it. And I'm excited to see the next episode. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this episode of The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 4.